Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. So glad to have you. Well, as you guys know, it is Watch Me Wednesday. Time for another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I did these nails, full set, done by me. No, they are not press-ons, but they are a nice, neat, full set. I know everybody's quarantined. Nails going crazy. Lady, you do not have to be out here with your nails looking a hot mess. So if you want to know how I did this, keep on watching. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did my nails. One thing you're going to have to purchase, all of the items that you have to purchase are in the description box with links. I got everything from Amazon. This is the main thing right here. Oh, it's backwards. This is the main thing right here. This is a poly gel nail extension kit. Like I said, I got it from Amazon. The link will be posted in the description box below. I also had to get a UV LED light, you know, that they use at the salon, and it works really good too, actually. So all the other tools are already included. You may need some nail polish remover, something like that, but all you need is right here in this kit. When you order it from Amazon, if you have Amazon Prime, it will come fairly quickly. I ordered it when everybody went quarantine. My nails started popping off, and I can't have that, boo. I can't have my nails looking a hot mess. So I decided to order it. The only reason I took them off was to do this to show you guys how I did it. So they last for about, I would say maybe 2 weeks, or just as long as it takes for you to go get your fill in. So it was pretty durable, no cracking, no chipping, no lifting, no nothing. So keep watching if you want to see how I did these nails. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share with your friends. Keep watching.
All right, so this is the box that it comes in. We're gonna go ahead and open it up and look inside. They had it packaged very neatly. I was very impressed by that, and I put it back very neatly after I used it. The first thing I want to show you are the strips that they provided. These are if you want just a simple overlay. You can put the poly gel directly on your nail and use the sticker to extend it. If you're good at shaping, then you can do that. I'm not good at shaping, so I didn't use it. You can also use the poly gel if you want to just keep your nails the same length and just put it over your nails for extra strength too. This particular product is very important. It helps you manipulate the product and make it easier to mold. These are the different colors. There's like a dark brown and a pink, like a mauve kind of pink, and then like a natural color. They have other colors with different kits with this same brand. There are other brands as well. This is just the one that I chose. And they have different shades of pink in this one as well. And here is the top coat and the base coat. They're both gel. And this is the very important tool that they include to help you shape the nail. This is the tool, the side that you use to apply the product to the nail. And the other side is like a brush, and you use that to mold the poly gel into the nail. So it's very important, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the nails. They gave different sizes of the nails, so it's very important that you try to fit your nails for the correct size that you need. So I like that they gave a variety. I also love the shapes of the nails that they gave. When you're trying to choose the size of the nail, you don't want to choose something that is too small, and you also don't want to choose something that is exactly the same size as your nail. You want to go slightly bigger because you want to have room for the product. I love that they also have lines in there. It helps you use it for a guide for how long you want your nails to be. And also to make sure you're making it straight and your nails aren't diagonal or anything like that. So I love that. And even if you did one nail and you know you stopped at the third line, you know that you can stop at the third line on the other nails to make sure they're all proportioned. I love the shape, the curvature. It's not too curved, but it's also not too straight too. So I really love that. Really good nails. They also provided with a fingernail file. It's a 180 to 100, 100 to 180 grit fingernail file. So I was like, I love that they did that. So it's less I had to provide myself with. And they also have instructions if you need them to guide you along on what to do with the products that they give you. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is the color that I want to use, like a pink kind of color. These are my natural nails, nothing on them, nice and clean. First thing you're going to do is use that fingernail file to go ahead and file your nails down. And you also want to get a buffer and buff them out to remove any excess oils. This tool you're going to use to push your cuticles back. If your cuticles are in the way, it will cause lifting in the nails. You're going to do this with all of your nails. You're going to go ahead and push the cuticles back. This is definitely a necessary step. Also, when you're applying the nail to your nail, or the product to your nail, it could spill out on your cuticle, and it's kind of hard to get off. You'll see that later on. So you want to make sure you push it back, not too far. You don't want to damage your nail or anything, but you definitely want to get that out of the way. So the next thing you're going to need is some nail polish remover. I'm just going to put just a little bit of that onto the paper towel, and I'm going to rub that on my nails just to remove the grit from filing and buffing and all of that. You don't want any of that still on your nails, so just to remove that, that's what I'm using that for. So the next thing you want to do is go ahead and apply your base coat. You're going to apply this to every nail. Nice thin coat. You don't want to be too thick with it. A little less is more, because once you put it into the light, it's going to kind of spread and kind of thicken up on its own. So just a thin coat will do. You're going to do this on every nail. You also want to make sure you do not get any of the base coat onto your cuticle. So you want to make sure you clean that up before you put it into the light. So here are my nails after I've already applied the base coat. So we are ready to go ahead and grab our nails. I'm going to go ahead and match my nails with the correct shape. As I stated earlier, when you're trying to match your nails, you do not want it to be exactly the same size as your nail. It's not like when you go to the salon and get a full set and then match it to the exact size. You actually want it to be slightly bigger. The reason is when you apply the product is going to take up some of the space. So if you get it exactly the same size, when you put it onto your nail, the product is going to spread and it's going to come out through the sides, and it's going to be on your cuticle. And even with this, even with getting it slightly bigger, it could happen, but it won't be as much and it'll be less mess. So try not to get it exactly the size, and you definitely don't want it to be too small. So just kind of play around with it and try on each nail as I'm doing right now to see which one works best for you. So now we're going to get our product. This is the color that I'm going to use. We're going to go ahead and open it up. They had it nice and sealed. We're going to go ahead and remove that foil. Now this product has kind of like the consistency of like gum, kind of. And that's why I said that surface cleaner that they provided you with. It's a really great tool to use to help you manipulate the product because it can get kind of sticky. We're going to go ahead and apply this product to the nail. You want to start off with just a little bit. It's best to start off with a little bit and then have to add more than to start off with too much and then have to take away. So we're going to grab our surface cleaner and we're going to go ahead and pour some of that into the top. This is very important, like I said, to help us mold the product. I think the surface cleaner is nothing but alcohol. It smells like alcohol. But we're going to dip our brush in there. We're going to soften up the brush and help us soften up that product so we can mold it. And I'm just going to be using a dabbing motion, just kind of pushing and spreading, pushing and spreading. You can't use really like a sweeping motion. You can't spread it like peanut butter. It's not as soft as that. You just have to be patient with it and kind of mold it to where you want it to go. Like I said, it has like the consistency of gum. So it can get kind of sticky. This is where that surface cleaner comes into play, where you need to use that to help you manipulate the product. I see that I do not have enough on there, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Like I said, that's perfectly fine. You don't want to add too much because it can ooze out and spread too much. So it's best to add a little bit and then add more later. Dabbing my brush into that surface cleaner again, spreading that product into the product that I already have, and we're just thinning it out, not making it too thin to where we can see through the product, but making it thin enough to where it'll go onto the nail and not ooze out too much, but it'll have like an even, give me an even look to the nail, and making it the length that I want, using those lines to make it the length that I want it to be. And I see that I'm almost close to the length that I want. And that's how it's going to look. So when I get the length that I want and it's nice and smooth on the inside, I'm going to start at the cuticle. As you can see, I started at the cuticle and then I carefully placed it down. I'm not pushing too hard, with a light push. You're going to push on it. You're not going to just smash it down. Push on it lightly, starting at the cuticle and then putting the end down. As you can see, some of the product kind of came out. So I'm just going to grab my brush and just kind of sweep that away. That product that oozed out. Grab my brush and sweep that away, and I'm wiping it on that paper towel. It's great to have a paper towel handy for that purpose. And I'm just going to go all around the edge of the nail and that cuticle and clean it up. Anything that has oozed out or came out, I'm just going to use that brush to remove that product and clean that up. It's best to do that now, because once you put it under the light, it's going to harden and it's going to be much harder to get out. Then you want to turn the nail over. You have to clean it up on the inside, because that product, especially when you put it under the light, it will go down into your nail and it will harden, and then it's there. You do not want that product to get into your real nail on the inside, because it feels weird, and you just don't want that to happen. So you want it to be nice and clean like that. And you're going to put it under the light. You see I'm putting my nail, notice the position I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in that way first. And then you're going to turn it around and do the other side. You're going to do both sides for 60 seconds each. Now my video kind of messed up, so it didn't show me taking the nail off. However, on my thumb, when I did take the nail off, I noticed that there was a little thin spot. So I want to just add a little bit more product to that. So it's perfectly fine after you take the nail off, if you see that it's kind of thin or that part is not covered, to add some more product in there. So I'm just putting a little bit on, and I'm using that brush that I dipped into the surface cleaner, and I'm just dabbing it, as you can see, just tapping it. And I'm going to keep doing that until I see that it is smooth with the rest of the nail. So it's fine if you see that. You might have to do that. And whenever you see that you have smoothed it to the rest of the nail, you're going to go ahead and put that nail back into the light for another 60 seconds, because you want to make sure that the product that you added hardens completely. So now that I'm finished with my thumb, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next nail, and we're going to go ahead and speed that part up for you guys. But I still wanted to show that so you guys can get another look at the process and what it takes to actually apply this product. place my nail under the light, both sides for 60 seconds. And when it comes out, look carefully. You're going to wiggle on both sides of the nail, and as you can see, it's going to pop right off. It comes completely off, and it's nice and smooth and shiny. But as you can see, the sides and the edges and the tip need to be filed. So we will be doing that later on to give it a nice shape. You can shape it however you want to shape it, but we'll be doing that later on. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my nails, and then I'll be shaping it last. So now I have finished all of my nails except my pinky, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now, just to give you guys another look at this whole process so you guys can see how it goes. Altogether, this took me about, I would say, maybe an hour and a half to do it. It may not seem like it watching it, but it really was, it was not hard at all. It probably would have took less, but I was doing extra stuff because I was making the video, trying to show you guys things. But the first time I did it, it took me a long time because I had product everywhere. And I really, yeah. But I learned from the first mistakes, and it made me better for this next set. And I'm sure the next time I do it, it'll be even better. So it's kind of trial and error, and you have to see what works for you, and you know, what fits you. So I hope this is helping. All right, and here they are. All of them are done. So our next step is to file them. We want to go ahead and shape them. I'm starting at the sides. You do not want any of the product on your cuticle or even on your finger. You want everything to look nice and smooth and have a great shape on the top. Now the top should be completely shaped because of the nail that you had on. It's just simply shaping the tip to the shape that you want, whether you want square round, coffin shape. I typically, the last time I did it, I had coffin shape. This time I went for square round. That's how I get my nails a lot of times. So it's just a square shape with the rounded edges a little bit. So it's just shaping the sides, and then making sure there's nothing on your cuticle. That's basically all you're doing. So it's much less than what you'll have to go through at the nail salon. The nail salon, they have their drill out, they're drilling and shaping and filing and buffing and all of that. This does not take all that. Notice that I'm actually using my fingernail file to also buff kind of or file down the top. And you might ask, well, why are you doing that if it's already glossy? Well, when you shape the sides, it's going to cause the sides to be kind of rough too. So you just go ahead and do that because you have to apply the top coat anyway. So it's best to just go ahead and file it. You don't have to use the file for that if you have a buffer. I couldn't find my buffer. So if you have a buffer, go ahead and buff out the nails because you want to have a clean, even look to your nails. So like I said, when you're filing the sides and the tip, it's already going to look a little bit rough on the sides and everything. So just file and buff the entire nail. And then that is when you're going to apply the top coat. When you are filing, as you saw me doing around your cuticle, please be careful. There may be some stubborn product on your cuticle that will not, may not come off, or may seem like it's not coming off. Please just be patient with it because you don't want to file too hard, especially around your cuticle where you bleed or your skin starts to peel, and it just creates a mess. So this is why I said about be careful of the product, the amount of product you add, and making sure you clean it up before you put it in the light, because once you put it in that light and it hardens, it's really hard to get off. I mean, this product is the truth. Seriously, it's not, and it lasts. It gets hard. It's on your nail. Seriously, just like acrylic. It's there, definitely. So be careful of when you're filing, not to file too hard.
And when you are done filing all of your nails, this is how it may look depending on your shape. So now what we're going to do is just grab a little bit of our nail polish remover, and we're going to use that to clean up our nails and get all that grit from the filing and pieces of nails and all that. We're going to go ahead and clean off the nail surface so that we can apply our top coat, because we don't want our top coat to be all lumpy or anything. So we're going to go ahead and apply our top coat, and then we're going to put it under the light for 60 seconds. And this time, of course, you don't have to do one finger at a time. You can go ahead and put your whole hand in there. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the top coat. Once you have finished with both nails, you want to feel the surface of the nail. Sometimes the gel, it has a tendency to feel a little tacky. So you want to take some nail polish remover and go ahead and go over the nail with it. That'll get rid of that tacky feeling and make a nice, smooth feel to the surface of your nails. So you can just use that same cloth that you used before, or sponge or cotton ball, just to get rid of that tackiness that it may feel. I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands and apply some cuticle oil, and there it is. That is the finished product. Full set of nails. It was not hard at all. I hope it did not look hard, because it really was not, and it did not really take that long. So you just have to be patient with the product. They are durable. They will probably last me about 2 weeks. I did not have any lifting at all. Nice clean on the inside as well. I hope this is very helpful, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share it. Oh yeah, and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this one. Hit that bell button too so you can receive notifications of new videos that are posted. See you next time.